Welcome to RTC TV. My name is Jared Michael and I'm here with Chevy Teeter. We are in Tippecanoe Valley getting ready for an exciting evening of high school football. It is September 30th and tonight's matchup is between the Tippecanoe Valley Vikings and the Rochester Zebras. The Vikings have had a tough season so far this year, record of 1-5. However, they were able to capture their first win against Manchester Squires last week. Under the direction of Coach Ed Shriver, the Vikings have been a very run-heavy offense with a fundamental defense. I know the tensions have been high for the Vikings this week as this is their biggest rivalry game and they try to take back the bell.
Rochester has struggled against their competition this year with a record of 0-6. Looking for their first win tonight, the atmosphere tonight may provide what the team needs. Last year, the Zebras were able to keep a hold of the bell, and they will not part with it without a fight.
For offense for the Vikings, at QB, we have number 5, Alec Craig. Fullback, we have number 82, Genoa Melanimi. Halfback, number 12, Deshaun Heckman. At split end, we have number 7, Chris Seacrest. At wing, we have number 15, Wes Melanson. Tight end, number 40, Bryce Webster. At left tackle, we have number 72, Michael Pasica. And at right tackle, we have number 77, Evander Wimsat. Left guard, we have number 52, Jonathan Daly. And right guard, we have number 79, Dalton Webb. At center, we have number 74, Hunter Hayden. On defense, our defensive tackles are number 67, Jameson Baker, and number 56, Dalton Prater. Defensive end, we have number 40, Bryce Webster, and number 62, Austin Vining. Our inside linebackers are numbers 52, Jonathan Daly, and 82, Genoa Melanimi. At outside linebacker, we have number 15, Wes Melanson, and number 83, Devin Bandow. Cornerback, we have number 16, Tanner Trapedi, and number 3, Cameron Parker. For safety, we have number 5, Alec Craig.
Rochester's starting lineup is number 15, quarterback Brad Praise, number 10, fullback Bryce Abbott, 32, wide receiver Ross Pearson, 30, the tight end is Wilson Dalton, 20, another wide receiver is Corbin Wood, and the other wide receiver is 7, Corbin Wood, Isaiah Wood. The tackles are number 51, Tyler Walker, and 77, Chandler Lame. And the left guard is Austin Foster, number 63, 76. Right guard is Anthony Tinsman, and center Zane Gilbreth at number 74.
Now, I know the Valley versus Rochester has been very high. Lots of tension at the schools, lots of pump up. I know Valley was playing kind of this game's theme song over and over throughout the day as they prepare for it. Just some quick stats here. Rushing yards per game, leader number 12 for the Vikings is Deshaun Heckman, and that's an average of 47 yards per game, as compared to Rochester's number 10, Bryce Abbott, who's at 53.3 yards per game. For passing yards per game, we have Alec Craig, 76.5 yards per game, compared to number 15, Brady Perez, 42 yards a game. You can definitely tell that that the Vikings have been very pass-heavy early on in the season as compared to later. Now we are more run-heavy. For total yards per game, we have number 5, Alec Craig, 96.2, and number 15 for the Rochester Zebras, Brady Perez at 85.3. As the Vikings run out onto the field, they are definitely ready for tonight's matchup.
Definitely a lot of hype tonight, Jared.
I agree, Chevy. I know they are wanting to bring back the bell. In the past 2 years, Rochester has won the bell both times and kept a hold of it, which the Vikings haven't been too proud of.
And even without the bell, I feel like this game, they really want to prove that they're capable of keeping their aggression strong. There's a big rivalry here. And
now you can see out there on the run out, there is a Zebra appears to be getting beaten by a Viking as the Rochester Zebras are running out onto the field now. And you can tell that they are also ready for this game. They seem pumped up, and they're looking for their first win right here. So really, first win against the Vikings in the bell game would be enough to increase their morale for the season, I believe, and help them out to get some more wins later on.
That it would.
Now, right now, it's early on in the evening. It's a little chilly with a little bit of wind, but The Zebras right now, fans are just not quite here. Don't know if that's time or whether they're just not ready yet, but Vikings are definitely showing strong in tonight's game.
I believe the stands are almost full for the Vikings tonight.
I believe you're right, and with these new stands, they're a little bit wider. They hold some more people, so I believe this is a record for these stands. It is a beautiful night for high school football. It is perfect. Those pads on, they're not going to be getting too hot. Hopefully we won't see too many injuries or any cramping, things of that nature. That's normally getting out towards the beginning of the season. I know Valley was plagued with injuries early on this year.
That they were.
Right guard number 79, Dalton Webb.
Right now they're doing the starting lineups for the Vikings.
Introducing the players, as you can tell there's definitely a lot more hype here. It's almost crazy the amount of excitement.
You know, I think that Valley had a pep rally right before school ended, and I think some of that pep has carried over into this game, and the Vikings are ready to play.
Yes.
Rochester seems a solid line as preparing. And the captains for both teams are walking out onto the field.
I don't think Miami has any lost love for the Vikings either, and of course Coach Grant was part of that 2017.
Captains for Rochester, number 64, Zane Gilbreth.
Had a reality check when they came to Death Valley, getting beat 35-0, but he understands rivalry, he understands
And others.
the history of this program, and he understands that
Again, we're live here on
he's going to try to play that to the
RTC.
his team's advantage.
He was a very dynamic player in North Miami. Then he did not play college football, went down to IU.
And the shaking of the hands. Also captains for the Zebras, number 31, Ross Pearson. 65, Austin Foster. And 15, Brady Perez.
Absolutely, you can't get a better.
All right, I'm going to switch off you here in a couple seconds.
But still, growing pains for the Zebras. They've really struggled.
Now, I'm really wondering how polite the teams are going to be tonight. I know there's a lot of tension there in between these two teams, as this is the biggest rivalry of the year for the Vikings and the Rochester Zebras.
And this is one of the biggest rivalries in the conference, let alone, I'd say, in the state. There's definitely a very big rivalry here.
And the Vikings will be kicking off.
You know, Valley has had some luck getting the ball back off kickoffs. Let's see if we can do that early and put a little hurt on the Rochester Zebras.
Death Valley is laid out in a north-south configuration. Valley won the toss. They elected to defer and will kick toward the north end zone.
Now it'll be number 71, Jose Rivera, kicking for the Vikings.
Very short kick by Jose. And they take him down right around the 35.
That'll be the start of the first quarter of this game. 11:55 left to play right now.
Zebra stripes on the side of their helmet. Brady Perez, quarterback. He's a sophomore, 6'1", 182 pounds. 5'9", a freshman. Wide receiver.
Now, Rochester in a pistol formation.
It looks like a loss of a yard.
You know, both the Zebras and the Vikings have been struggling this year offensively.
That they have. Last couple games, Valley's really turned it around, for what I've noticed.
Up front for the Zebras, Tyler Walker, Austin Foster, Zane Gilbert, Anthony Tinsman, and Chip.
Running trips to the left. Quick little screen pass to number 20, Corbin Wood, a junior.
Corbin Wood, the junior, gains a couple. Corbin Wood, the ball carrier, pass. Senior. Molested catch the pass. Team tackling for the Vikings.
Up the running and the pass and keeping Valley on their toes. Let's see how that works out for him in this game.
So far in this game, for the first couple plays, Valley doesn't look that bad on their defensive abilities.
Again, that pass was intended for number 20, Corbin Wood. Junior, being at 6 foot, normally you can get that ball up there and he can just reach out and grab it. However,
Communication there.
that'll bring up 4th down. And that'll be a quick little punt there.
And there it didn't even look like they were going to punt.
Now here's going to be the Vikings' first drive of the night. Number 5, Alec Craig, under center,
And
bobbles.
a fumble. But it looks like we got it back.
That'll be number 79, Dalton Webb on the recovery. He's just a freshman. Vikings are going to try their 2nd down here. Zebra showing that they are ready to play.
And not a big gain there, but see what Valley can do on this 3rd down.
Dusenberry will come in. They'll give him up to the 41. So gain of 3 on the near side, short side of the 3rd down and 7. Webster to the tight end.
That'll be a handed off to number 13, Jared Dusenberry, senior for the Vikings.
The way it's looking, this may be a very close game.
Dusenberry with the long punt, something he's been doing a better job as the year goes on and the season progresses. Rochester will take over the ball at 8:47.
So far, this game's looking just like back and forth, back and forth. Let's see if we can get a little bit more hype going.
And that'll be a breakaway.
And
For the Zebras, number 20, Corbin Wood. Definitely who the Zebras are relying on so far this game. Big plays like that can make a big difference in a game.
that happened many times, we may be hurting.
Which is the white side of the field. Has a pistol is Brady Perez, first and 10 in the Viking 23. Here's a snap, ball option. Takes a pitch, keeps it, cuts it upfield. Get right at the line of scrimmage.
And that'll be brought down quickly. That's quarterback number 15, Brady Perez. Just a sophomore starting for the Zebras.
And it looks like Ellis is hurt and being off the field.
You know, he's just coming back. These past couple of weeks started off at the beginning of the year, like we said earlier, about the injuries that have plagued the Vikings throughout this year. Shane hurt his ACL early on in the year, and he's just coming back, so he's got to work his way back through it.
Now Wood comes the motion near side. Here's the snap of three play clock. Allen gets the area with a left side line, and he is snapped up for nothing. Patrick will lose a yard. Bring up third down.
Brought down quickly by the Vikings.
7:23 to play in the first quarter. No score here at Death Valley. Thomas on David Musselman.
One first down,
down ball
for
in
the
as well.
Zebras. No
For the
first down,
Zebras.
Pacific Union Valley.
Lower
This is
wide
the
left.
Zebras' second
Pearson
possession,
wide
about
left.
40
Wide
yards.
on near
You know,
side.
with going how the Zebras have been playing so far, you got to wonder if there's going to be a pass here.
And called off sides there.
You know, that's a quick, easy 5 yards that the Vikings just gave him there. It's long counts like that can definitely help you out in a game.
Yeah.
Third down and 7.
Still third down, 6:57 left to play in the first quarter.
Inside the 20-yard line. So the Zebras now Rochester's to the left, two to the near. Right side of the field is the right side.
Very familiar with
On third and 7 for Rochester. Perez
Joe Grant was
takes a
there.
snap. Back to pass. Here comes
Looking for a pass.
It's not close. It's still almost intercepted. I think
bounced around between
guys
Pearson
touched the
and
ball there.
Clark a couple of times.
For the Vikings.
Very hard, lots of defenders there.
Nearly picked off.
Nearly picked off. Almost picked up by Rochester, so. But just not. I wonder if they're going to bring out the field goal squad. It looks like they're going to go for it here.
Offset to the right behind Perez is at it. And now Rochester will take a timeout.
That'll be a timeout for the Zebras. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. And we're back. We are live at RTC4.com, also filming on Channel 4 on cable. 6:40 left to play in the first quarter. And that'll be a pick by number 3,
Cameron Parker.
Cameron Parker. Just a sophomore. Definitely what the Vikings needed in that situation.
Definitely.
And a turnover for Rochester results. And Tippecanoe Valley getting the football back.
However,
It took place 40 yards. I mean, we're on the right side of the field when the flag, and it is a sideline warning.
that'll be a sideline violation on the Zebras.
Rochester just got a sideline warning.
You know, it's really hard with such a big game like this to keep your players back that you just they all want to be in the game at the same time, and you just got to tune that back a little bit and let them use that on the field.
That they do.
I know the refs have been definitely working on the sidelines a lot more so far this year. Vikings having trouble with that early on in the season. That'll be number 12, Deshaun Heckman, senior, on the sweep.
Not a gain of much there, but it's something.
That'll be a gain of 2 for the Vikings. Half the time gone, 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Alec Craig's going to roll out. Number 5, senior, He also has been starting quarterback since he was a sophomore, as well as Brady Perez for the Zebras.
Craig has a lot of experience. Hopefully we can see him break a couple good runs and get a couple good passes today.
Vikings holding in that wing T formation under center. That'll be another handoff to number 12, Deshaun Heckman. Able to rush forward for the first down.
First down and 10, and again, right now he's not playing any defense. He's concentrating solely on the offensive side of the ball. First down and 10.
Now, Deshaun Heckman last game had over 100 yards rushing. And that'll be number 82, Genoa Melanimi, on the carry.
With a great run there.
Oh, showing that power. Looks like he got hit in the knee there and just struggling to get up a little bit.
Let's just hope he's cramping up a little bit and he'll be all right.
Vikings sub out Genoa for number 3, Cameron Parker, sophomore. The one who was able to make that interception early on, which gave the Vikings this drive here.
Cameron Parker may be a smaller guy, but he definitely has power.
Rochester players slow to get up.
Rochester has a surprisingly taller team, for what I've noticed. Maybe that's why Valley hasn't passed so much.
Second down, still on the sideline, being attended to. Craig. Heckman doing motion.
'Flag on the play. 4:04 left to play in the first quarter.
This first quarter flying by. And
Zebras deciding what to do here. It looks like the Zebras are going to take the penalty, which was an illegal movement there for the Vikings.
that's one thing Valley has struggled with a little bit. Their illegal procedures and getting caught a couple times.
Yeah, Vikings definitely hurting in fundamentals. Quick pass to the tight end number 40, Bryce Webster Jr., showing how he can use that 6'4", 223 frame that he has to just hop up there and get the ball. He's definitely been a good go-to receiver for Craig when Alec is getting very crowded back there in the pocket.
That he has.
Vikings marching down the field slowly but surely. Run game just draining the clock fast. 3:18 left to play. Alex going to run out wide, showing that speed that he has.
Definitely a great fake handoff there to DJ Heckman. Definitely tricked Rochester a little bit.
You know, he was brought down by his coattails by number 15, Brady Perez.
How they handle an emotional doubt.
Parker is your fullback. He's behind Craig in the slot on the right side. It's Heckman. Heckman in motion on the near side. Fakes the hand off to him.
Quick handoff to number 3, Cameron Parker, sophomore, showing those
2:22 to go in the opening quarter, no score. Taking it down the line, has driven the ball to the Rochester 26-yard line.
2:17 left to play in the first quarter.
I'll go to the right. Out will Melanson.
Melanson in the slot on the right side, wide to the near side.
Down in the aisle.
Is Randall.
Greg under center.
Snap.
And off goes to Heckman. Heckman right in the hole. Gilbert with a nice tackle there.
That'll be number 12, Deshaun Heckman, the senior for the Vikings, brought down quick.
Gain of 1 there.
Vikings so far this season have had a hard time with their front line. You know, just showing those problems with the fundamentals.
Storms coming from the south, west, and northwest. Craig will hand it off. This time it's Jonathan Fields, and the senior takes advantage of his first. Jonathan Fields gain a flag on the play. We'll bring up a third down and 4. This is we talked about for Rochester. At the other end of the field, this is definitely go down territory for the Vikings.
Trying to mix it up very well. Trying to go.
Yeah, they have, and they've really changed the field position. They want to walk away with more than a
cut.
So we'll see what the
Third
Vikings
and
have
4 for the
scored on.
Vikings
We'll
at
see
the
what
Rochester 20-yard line.
Rochester defense has lined up as well. Seegers behind the left.
I did the right side of
Webster
Spencer.
and Melanson to the far
Right
side.
side formation. Fields the fullback. Craig in the center.
How we doing?
And off goes the Heckman.
That'll be Heckman driving forward.
Great drive by Heckman. He's still going. Still going. Very good run by Heckman.
Almost to the end zone. You can definitely tell he's looking for that, looking to get that first score of the game.
And that was great teamwork. The whole team pushing him just inches farther.
You know, and those inches really matter. Pull that off. Looks like they'll have one more play before the end of this quarter.
Craig will see Deuceberry on motion.
Push to the near side.
And off we go to Heckman.
That'll be another handoff to Heckman, who's brought down quickly. That's the end of the first quarter.
And we're back.
Start of the second quarter, 12 minutes on the clock. Vikings at the 1-yard line, definitely prepared for the score. We are live at rtc4.com, also live at Channel 4 on cable. That'll be a handoff to the senior, number 44, Jonathan Fields, brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Valley's definitely
Walk on to Nate. Remains on the sideline here on the score down to 3. Fields major fullback. Heckman is
Vikings definitely looking for the score here. They almost need it to satisfy that want of this bell game. And that'll be a quick pass to number 40, Bryce Webster, for the first score of the game. 11:15 left to play in the second quarter.
And I bet they're all hearing some ringing in their ears of the bell.
as the cannon has returned to Death Valley, and the Vikings take a 6-0 lead.
You gotta love that. I remember it from when I was younger. The cannon here definitely showing the score and giving a little more school spirit here. Kick is up and it is good.
Now let's see if Valley can keep it up.
And that was number 51, Domingo Santiago, a freshman, on that kick. You know, he's been doing a good job with PATs so far this year.
That he has.
Number 71, Jose Rivera, kicking off for the Vikings. Second time that they have kicked off so far this half. Back to return for Rochester is number 20, Corbin Wood, Jr., and number 31, Ross Pearson, Sr.
A little bit longer kick from Valley this time. Nice spin there.
Corbin Wood showing the athleticism that he possesses. Finally brought down by number 1, Dwight Conley. Vikings having a hard time wrapping up there and bringing him down. For the first time.
They've had 2 great returns there, so they're getting what they need.
Vikings have been struggling on kickoff so far this year. Jose Rivera is able to kick it off long, but Vikings having problems with over pursuing. And that'll be a pass to number 31, Ross Pearson.
Valley not letting them gain very much there, but
You know, Ross is a senior this year. And you're able to see how, you know, a sophomore as a quarterback can rely on his senior leaders there. It's very hard as a sophomore to be stepping in that leadership position, and it can put a lot of stress on him.
great stop there by the Vikings.
Vikings showing that they are not afraid to do group tackles, which they've been struggling with early on in this season. You know, you can see the head coach, Jeff Shriver, on the sidelines with the Bring the Bell Back t-shirt on, showing that Death Valley t-shirt that he's got on. They're bringing that name back, trying to bring back some pride. Zebra's able to get a nice pass there and move the chain gang.
You know, both teams are doing a great job on just not allowing the other team to have very much ball time.
second quarter play. Zebra Jones, 7 Rochester, 0. Zebra is at the Valley 35-yard line. Perez backs the pass across the middle.
It is
And
complete.
again, he's got his man out there. That's
Vikings having a hard time so far defending the pass. That pass was to number 30, Wilson Dalton. He's a sophomore, too.
going to bring up a second down and 1.
Second and 1 for Rochester.
Not quite bringing.
25.
We're talking about Valley good protection. Rochester's doing a good job protecting Perez. He's getting the ball out.
Split backs for Rochester behind Brady Perez with pistol.
Perez.
Perez. Hands off to Wilson.
And that'll be a handoff to number 30, Wilson Dalton, showing that he can run as well as catch the ball there.
That's going to give Rochester a first down.
In the second quarter.
First and 10 for the Rochester Zebras.
Rochester looking to answer for the Vikings' first score there.
7-0 Vikings. Three receivers in the mirror. Wilson double split right. On the 24, 50 Valley. Snap.
Low snap. Quarterback number 15, Ben Perez, just taking the ball down. Rather take a loss than have to worry about fumbling it again.
That could hurt them, or that could be a smart move.
You know, the Viking defenders were right there ready for him. If he would have picked that ball up and tried to run with it, I'm very would have been very sad to see what would have happened to the quarterback there.
Yeah. You got to keep his health in mind as he's playing.
As a sophomore, it's great to see him having good field sense like that. Flag on the play.
He throws across the middle. Parker almost another interception. And then the incompletion is being flag on the play on the play.
Flag. I think he was going to call delay a game. And then when he let the play out, I think it's going to be a delay game, but we'll wait and see.
You see Bandow's like a kamikaze, he just flies around.
Play played out.
It's crazy.
So it will be.
Penalty on the Zebras. That'll bring up second in California. 7:27 left to play. 24 yards to get the first down for the Zebras.
It's a long way for a first down. And they're letting them start with the first down here.
24 for the Z's.
Left side for Rochester. One of the right.
Jane Gang having a little bit of trouble there.
Incomplete.
Bandau was in the neighborhood, and he almost looked like he stepped into that pass intended for Pearson. It'll bring up a third down.
Tippecanoe Valley. That'll bring up third down in 24.
Receiving skills, he might have been.
Valley looks ball definitely looks just the same.
Great game so far by Devin Bandau.
Rochester playing more of a controlled pace right now. The Vikings definitely looking to rush the clock, and you know it's going to be who can set the tempo here that can make the big difference in this game. Is Rochester going to fall prey to the Vikings' rush tempo, or are they going to keep back their nice methodical pace? That was a great attempt to number 2, Jerry Plummer. Tanner Trapedi showing what the Vikings have been working for of the contact after the ball has been in.
The pep rally. He said he wants to bring the contact back. He wants to make this a very contact-heavy game. He wants to put the hurt to him.
That'll be a quick little punt there. Short kick out to the out of bounds. That'll be the Vikings taking. Rochester fans still not quite showing up to this game. Wondering if this is going to be Ardmore that appear for the night as Vikings get ready for their next drive. Brought down by many Zebra defenders.
Picks up 3 yards, bring up second down and 7 for the Vikings. 7 minutes to play. First half, Vikings leading 7-0. Second and 7 to the Vikings. Around 30.
One thing I'd say really positive for the Vikings is their
Randall goes split to the left side.
Alec Craig still under center. Senior showing that as he started as well as a sophomore, as Brady Perez did, that those years of experience can help you and learn with field experience there. Field vision showing where the ball needs to go and what needs to happen. Punt return.
Looks
Fumbled.
like Rochester got it, but that seems to be what it's going to be.
Just kind of dropped down through his arms and
Another one remaining tackle.